Good evening. Welcome once again. We are back for the Thursday, meaning more Final Fantasy, but we completed the Bard's 90. Huzzah! Making me feel inordinately happy that the Bard is done. As such, we will be beginning same again. Just dive over and might as well get to it right away. There we go. So, what we're up to, those that aren't sure, this is the Ninja. Classic staple of the Final Fantasy series, usually built off of the rogue, as per normal. Again, I am using the aiming because it's primarily dexterity, which is your primary stats. Dexterity, direct hit, determination, vitality, and of course, critical. So you tend to use the, rogue, archery, archer, rogue, bard, ninja, machinist, dancer. All use the same jewelry, but ninja, rogue are the only ones using front gear. So, there we are. So, full 70 gear, pretty good critical hit, pretty good determination, decent defense, this, strength, not really, as we can see. X damage, range damage, and damage dealt by rogue's arms. Hit points, intelligence doesn't matter. And I don't have healing capability, so there we go. Digging through the cache, you'll find we're pretty much using the same materia as we have been, meaning there's no real other goodies that I've seen specifically that goes to ninja or other melee DPS that the couldn't use. Oh, pretty much the same things, and into the front we go. Commence. Again, we do the front not just because we're very familiar with it after all the run points we've been through here. Not just because it's just a boring pile of stuff, but rather it saves all the amount of hard gear upgrading that we would need to do. When you level one class, you have to stick with one thing. If you leveled all casters, for instance, you only have to worry about caster equipment. Right? All the ranged use the same thing, all the casters use the same, all the healers use the same, all the tanks use the same. So you could level now, you could level all 4 tanks and be that or any one tank. The trick becomes when you've got more than one and they're all different levels. That is where the trick is in this. So we didn't do any turn-ins last night, so we won't worry about the chests, but we will get our appraisals. Now we won't worry about those, just those because they clog up everything pretty nicely. Now, I also quickly just check. Bozjan's arms and augmented Bozjan trousers. Excellent. And those are the only 2 900s, so we'll pick up one of these. this. Just because that is the sub-side quest we're sort of doing. Pyromancer Supreme, Elemental Surprise. Well, Pyromancer Supreme seems like a decent thing. Now, do I expect to get blowed up? So far, I've handled everything fairly much by ranged combat. Dancer, Bard, Machinist. Ninja here will be basically a full case of melee combat, running into the middle of it. Oh, isn't that over? Or more to the point, it's just started. We haven't activated anything yet. Oops. And I've forgotten which one's my jump back. Look at that. What's going on here? A little too far away. But we're gonna have some dumbass things early. There is a jump back move. I know this. I've just forgotten where it is. And because I've forgotten where it is, I got myself blowed up. Nope, I'm just going to sit here for a moment while I go back through my abilities. Where is it? Ah. No, that's damaging. That's the thrown dagger. Gucci gets me back forth. This. Where is it? 1 second. I was hoping to basically pick up as quickly as possible, but it didn't. That's okay. I needed to get some damage anyway in order to make sure this was actually upgraded. Right. You cannot do that while you're on the mount. Okay, okay. This allows me to get all that prepared anyway, so positive things where positive things are. Ninja go splat. Indeed, Ninja go splat. One second. Actions and traits. Let's start with my actions. Raiton, Hooten, Doten, Suten. And that. A slash this, spinning dagger, that. You sure? Pretty sure there was one. A few months since I've played this, only because, like I said, one down, and the other. Increase movement speed, reduces damage from falling, twisting tricks, and smug, adept assassination. Yeah, no, it's either this way or it's this way. That one's just a straight up grit, gives you Hooten anyway. Death Blossom is AoE, that's AoE. That's just a straight damage reducer. Basically all that singular target from the Ninki gauge. Fort IQ, don't have that. Fleeting IQ. That's a charge in. Crushes target. And why not? It's one of those things. You sort of feel like you've done something in the past, and it was a whole patch ago that didn't remove that thing. That would just suck to remind myself there's a move that I did have that I don't have anymore. That's basically to recover health, so... Oh well, Sakuchi in, Sakuchi out then. Till I figure it out. And if I get blowed up, I get blowed up. I have no team buffs, so it's basically this, but this doesn't mean anything. I think we've already started. I don't know if you can switch. Well, I'm going to drop a plate bearer. Either way, it's more hit points and more armor. So I'm going to hit this, that, put up this. Third one. Next bird. Next bird. Ninja! the goodies. Go nuts. Can't touch this thing, man. Goes back down to 400 and something, so it is relative to your level. Tonight we're just sticking with some green tea to drink. He's yummy. On the mount. Like I said, I'm just going to have to rely on my Sakuchi to jump in and out. I think there's a... I want to use ninjutsu, it resets and it comes back, but I could have sworn there was a jump back where I'd throw knives or something at things. It's going to bug me now for a while. Well, like I said, the plate bearer basically gives me more hit points and defense. Allows me to make more mistakes, let's just say. Oh, on over. Aw. That's okay. What can I say? A little sore for the day anyway. Oh, no. Spring is coming, and I want to get the gardens in. This year, I'm recommending most people, if you've got garden, not use it for flowers. So, you know, out there with a pitchfork. Kuma Shuriken, Rinken Shuriken, Suten Shuriken, over it! the only thing the rogue has is like stand behind target. It's like your total thing, you know, stab it in the back. You dirty, dirty, sneaky bastard. What's that? Oh, Castrum. Bane of the Hounds. Okay. Fair enough. So, like Samurai, I realize you need gauge to bounce back and forth. Really? Off your thing. Not stand there. Like one of those shockers when you figure out exactly how. And that snapshot is garbage. Mints. I picked up my little coffee cup and went, oh, there's no coffee in the bottom of this. So we've picked up a few other people. What does that thing do? Fireballs. Watch the tail. Going. L-Pounce should be next. There he goes. This is where the fun becomes. You gotta look. Ninja, run away! Shit, 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 shit. Some more fireballs inbound. Second set. Uh-oh. What you got? Blue, thank you. It's a wee flip. I don't know why you have a flip, but you do. And around the water, just slicked out the coat. Got a lot of people needing picking up. Like I said, is everybody up? Yes, hooray! Huzzah! Let's go. The skirmish has broken out nearby. How close? Right here. This one? All pets are off? That one triggers that other one. Lightning! Lightning, you are what I wanted to shoot. And I moved. Well, I must admit, the melee class definitely does have a little more hassle getting in and out. More damage? Sure, not a problem. Melee always does do more damage than a number of ranged. You can argue the casters do more damage. You can't really argue, maybe the machinist comparable. Dancer and Bard, no. Putin basically is the make everything attack speed much faster. still fighting. Combos work by basically like I said, I like the ninja. It'll take a bit to get back to used to it again. Does the ninja and the dancer both have a mechanic where you have to, like, literally mash buttons to get your special attacks to work the way you want them to. With fire, this one's going to be a little more interesting. How so? Well, the hearts explode, and having them close at combat, yeah, you know, we know full well we're going to get kapopped. Absolutely kapopped. Oh. Off cough. Bloodbath. Oops. I gotta get with the thing. Ah, crud, 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 crud. I know technically I learned that here we're automatically buffed up to 80, so the first thing you're given, like I said, by entering into Bozjan, you're automatically, everything is yanked up. So if your armor's lower, it's brought up to 430. If you're, you know, okay, so basically it's an all-up increase in goodies. And by the look of it, it's a percentage increase in XP. Based on your rank, so the higher your rank, the more XP you get. Yes, I am hitting harder than I was before. I don't know if that counts as a magical attack or physical attack. And no, it's not just about big numbers. I mean, the samurai does big numbers too. The samurai has that, I don't know, feels, I guess, slower. At least at the levels I played it at. Now, you can always start with, you know, say, oh, that's great. Great! Oh, it's time to hand them all in. You have an absolute munt ton. I think what makes Samurai feel slow in my hand isn't the slowness of the Samurai, but rather, up to this point, it's not had any easy ways to build its sens. Like its power bar builds, but it has a 3 sen ability at the top. Oh, yeah. Right? That feels slow to build because it's 2 3-hit combos and it's a 1-hit or a 2-hit combo to technically load it. Do one really powerful attack. And, that's fair enough, but it's getting those combination attacks that sort of feels the slow of it, if you would. Badungan. Fireball. Lolly wretch. Oh wait. Wait, you see what I'm saying though, right? I mean, Hooten is always having to constantly do this, and this attack here helps extend it, and this extends it 10 seconds. That's 30 seconds. This is easy to do. That takes a little more. But then you've got this, which is basically grants it outright. True. Right? So, right? Then you've got abilities, which you have to remember which order to do, which keeps the thing going. What annoyed me the most hard, not because there's lots of things to keep going, it's there's the pattern to it isn't reliable. Consistency is a big thing for what I like to do. Three ninjas, a dancer, and a black mage. Good job. Doing cutscene. Are they in? Pass. Unless they signed up for it, now they've gone over to. Yep, they're over here doing this. The advantage of melee DPS is faster reaction to certain mechanics. Because you're right in the mix, like out here, if something says get over there, you've got this long distance for you here. It's like big thing. Right, so take Talon Wings that happens. It's like this way, that way, and if you're out here, you've got it, this far to run. If you're here, you've got this far to run. If you're out here, you've got a long way to run. he just... Wings. This thing, please. Ooh, 24,000 metal. So, what? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Comparison. Machinist and Dancer, I liked. The Bard, I didn't. Yes, the Machinist, or the Dancer has random elements to it, but the random elements are entirely bonus-ish. See what I'm saying? So, and since I have my 1 and my 3 set to alright, I'll go with that. Whatever. Only grab the worm, huh? Now, if you walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm. like no damage with that arm. Just be the ninja. You do this one. I hit the wrong button. I have bunny barks. Now, I will steal the bit that came from. That's a very green outfit. Neat! Get your deliveries in. Excellent work. So... yeah. So like I say, with the melee DPS, the Dragoon feels good. It just has a bad reputation due to the animation lock of the early jump mechanic. The critical mechanic to learn. As we mentioned when we were going through Heaven on High, jump was the primary reason most Dragoons were known as floor tanks, floor inspectors. Not a bad move, it's an awesome move, it's critical to their doing things, and it used to have the worst locking animation. Meaning, you return exactly where you are, and the animation, it was basically you jump from here, forward, do damage, and then bounce right back. And if you bounce back at the wrong moment, or jump was in mistimed, toast. Right? No other reason than that. Not a lot of other groups have got that type of animation lock. I'm sure there is one or two that have it, but like I said, not many have it. So, hence why they got called floor inspectors. It's sort of like how every person who drives a BMW is a terrible driver, you know. Not because BMWs are terrible drivers or because they let people who are terrible drivers drive them. It's just your confirmation bias notices when it's a BMW because it's not a common car or common enough car to see. I'm sure in Germany or wherever European cars and BMWs are more common, someone's complaining about Fords or something. It's those damn Ford drivers can't drive, or, you know, pick a pick. Don't run. Fight's about to change. There it is. what I mean? Oh, wait. Stab. Come on. Dead. You take no damage if you stand right where he tells you to stand. Right, this one over here just finished too. Wild Bunch. Nice. But, yeah, like I said, but you'll get that. Some classes will feel good at a certain level. Some classes will feel eh to you, and that's the clean part I'd like to hammer in. What classes are good to play is entirely up to you. The balance is such that there is no meta class, if you would. You can claim there is, but there isn't. That went down fast. Did everyone go away? Nope. Plenty of people. Hold on that with my cast time. Literally impossible. Wild Bunch? Think he was talking about? Oh, funk you. Get out. My face. Out of my face. You wanna go, Dubby, do ya? Yeah, no, but always, like I said, the ninja may not be the highest damaging class. I think samurai actually does more damage. Dragoon probably does more damage than the ninja. But, like I said, I like the class. It offers a sort of back and forth type of play. Your ninjutsu basically triggers your shikuchi, and shikuchi triggers, you do this. There's a trick to that, isn't there? Traits. Enhance shikuchi to resets the timer upon executing. Katon, Raton, Waton. Which, if we go to our actions, are basically Raton, Oyoton, Raton. So basically, as long as you're throwing fireball or ice or this. Huh? I don't know what I'm talking about. Bronze. Thank you for your money. take it easy here for half a moment. And there's another one. Patriot Games. There's no need to hike it. Just took him down. Oh, Siri light. Nice. Nice. Hey, almost for our first level. Nice. Now here's a dude with confidence. Hawaiian shirt, white pants. Told you what I mean. Right? Here's a guy who's got absolute confidence he can do. What are those, by the way? Colligate slacks. Look good. I may have to look those up. Right. I've got unnecessary belts on my slacks at the moment. They're not bad, but, you know, as I point out, see, nice, good seams down the sides and seams down the front of the colligate ones, and 3 unnecessary belts around the leg. Wouldn't be bad if I had a holster there and I actually used a gun for that spot, but... Well, with the plate bearer online, you should be able to activate shade shift and take them up and just like run right into the mines. Just like boom. It's just that top one up there. one's going to fire, that one's going to fire. So this corner right here. And there goes a bunch of goofballs. That one's gonna fire, that one's gonna fire. That one's gonna fire, that one isn't going to fire, so... So I'm gonna get hit with that. That's a vulnerability up. Can't stop the other mine, that means. Scores it well. Oh, they're just all going, aren't they? Shadow of Death's Hand, that's the bird. I know I should be using Sakuchi to get out of the way, but the point is, not every class has that ability to rapidly move like that. I mean, Samurai's got the dodge in and out. Dancer has 3 dodges in and out, in whatever direction you're facing. The Reaper has a dodge in and out. Rogue technically, or Ninja gets the this. No, because if there was an ability that they don't change your hotbar, so if you did have an ability that's no longer functional, it'll be gray with a red mark on it, like a circle on the middle of it saying no longer valid. Oh yeah, because you got the Rogue. Under effect of Kaatsu. That's only 350, but that's much more powerful. And that's much more powerful. I should have this and this, but it's this Kasu and Kasu. Be activated by Ender Kasu, so you can't do that under the effect of Kasu. Is Kasu. If you don't know the character, I'll play the character all the time. Dark, right there. So that's a more powerful form. Ah ha ha. This one. That one. This one. Blindside Barrage, which is the west. Eh? Oh, there. Just a little lagging, my dude. Wind, west. Don't stand there, and it's. I'm honestly just not guessing. Rolling Barrage, roll back. That was not helping. Wow. There's some in that. Oh, let me just drag the face across the battlefield on that one. That fight was horrible. It's like get hit with something. Hey, what? What? I should be over there with the rest of... Ooh. Like, just a little on the rough side, my dudes. A little on the rough side. A supplies party is done. Sneak and spell. Your first 10 levels from 71 to, or first 9 levels, 71 to 80, go fairly quickly. It's the last 10 levels that take the more effort to do. Oh, speaking of which. Yeah, I know. This gives you technically bonus experience when, you know, layeth below. Technically, it should be 130 if I do anything normally, but it's only 100 here, so I do lose its advantage for, you know. So anyone says, "Oh, that's not fair," you get the. Oh wait, so you actually, I'm actually at an experience disadvantage. It's fine for my tanks because it gives me bonus experience for my tanks to level up, but for myself, it's so good. Oh, look at that, we won again. Hooray! Back on the bird. Well, like I said, Dancer's got random into it. Literally 2 sets of your attacks plus everything else, and it's all about, but it's 50%. It's flip a coin. And the difference between, I'll just go there for a second. Let's just do this. I feel like I'm trying to explain something that I need an example for. Okay. So, first shot has 35 coming straight shot, which is what targets this thing. Right? So 35% chance of the time you get your bonus damage. Other times this. So, and it's only a 60, it's a slight increase. Bozjan plus with a 35% chance of doing this, and 35% there. This fires off. This song gives you an 80% chance to fire it again. That's once a period. That's once a period. That's, Shadow Bite Ready, which is this. And that, which is the same, shares a timer with this. This song gives you direct this and 80% this, which means it's an 80% chance that you'll increase your how fast you throw things. And this one gives you an 80% chance to get a bonus attack, which can do 100, 220, or 360 if you stack it. And obviously, if you fire off 3 singulars, it's only 300. So it does pay to stack it. The problem is it's random when it will increase. That's your hit rate. That's your damage dealt for you. Single weapon skill. This grants great shot ready. So, triples the shots and gives you the ability to fire off of this ability. Right? Also increases this thing to 2. Right? It's already 270. Oh, that's what it's. Yeah, it's 170, 270 barrage percent. You have to hit this to basically get that upgraded. Ooh. Now, if we go to Dancer, which I keep up here because it's one of the ones I actually do, right? This here has a 50% chance to boost this. So it's the same 60%, but it's a higher chance. It's 50 instead of 35. Right? And this has a 50% chance of actually throwing in Feather. Right? So this, or Flourishing Symmetry, and you have an ability to basically directly activate those, and that's the real big difference. Why do I have these up here? No, those, don't need those. Right? You actually have an ability you can hit, which sets all those off. These are all sort of the melee versions of them, and these are the ranged version of them. And these all trigger out from there. I've missed something, have I? Nope. I'm going to disband out of here. Right. So you're wising this, your blade shower, blood shower. Those are your 4 abilities. These are your 4 abilities. Your dances, basically, you work off those. These are all based off of where you charge or not. And it's all 50%. Half, flip a coin. Okay. And yes, you have to maintain your dances to basically charge your thing, but that's easy to do. You've got a 2-step dance and a 4-step dance. Your dashes, here it is, Flourish. Right? Basically, it lets you hit this one, and this one, and this one here, so you can basically fire these off. So this has got a chance to trigger this, which basically, sets all these off. Okay. So you see what I mean? It all sort of triggers in a way, but it triggers more often than the bard's triggering. 50% versus 35%. And this is what all of this, right? These, this, all trigger this. This and this are triggered by this, and this is just a straight DPS stack. Oh. So you see what I mean? Everything's built around trying to get this arrow skill off as often as possible. So it's mash one until you have to mash that one. The problem is when you hit something like this and then reach up for here, sometimes this will already be triggered and you won't notice it in time. Jump over Samurai for a quick moment. Right? You have your sort of, your three sort of like this, or this, or this. Your combos to build your Sen gauge. Get rid of this for a moment. This here. Yeah, there is this one here, which allows you to trigger it more often. So you can basically just go that, and that. Trigger them all up. But, like I said, just as that, at 70, it felt slow. Not saying it is, it just felt to me to be slow. Ooh, for absence friends. What have you triggered? Oh, Castrum. So if I have a choice between them, it's like, Dragoon's not bad, but Dragoon has that sort of feel to it that, like I said, just from my playing the class longer, I've got that about Dragoon. No other bad reason than that. Monk, I don't like the positional constances that they have. Ow! What the hell just hit me? Windburn. I am either completely lagged out here, I am not seeing what the heck's hitting me. Yeah, that was a fun one. gonna have to get used to using my Sakuchi to get out of those things. Yeah, why not? You should always say what your class is. But how did... Yes. How many people are in here? 30? Guess my group's going top, because that's where they went. Spread out so it's easier for them to count. Unbelievable. Somehow my hand's all the way over here. Straw. Not bad, not bad. Da, da, da. There he is. Ground targeting stinks. lifesaver. Yay, we saved his life. Uh-oh. Mr. Balls is dead. Six for 6. Ninja go nuts! Ninja go nuts! I know I'm being a bit quiet. Stop pushing the blasted button! Oh. Sort of thing. Complete your combos to get your ninja skills up. Your ninja skills get your shuriken up. Sakuchi up. Should know that. I play Dota. Friggin' Weaver's main ability. Can't say Sakuchi. Now no regret. Fire, ice, wind. Mills. Crap, where'd the pointer go? There we go. You're not getting the third off. This is it. Full on mega spoils. 1, 2. Right on stand. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, that doesn't work. Has to be a physical attack. It'll recover before everyone's here, though. Ninja with a fucking heal. Ninja healer. It's like, oh god, I got stabbed. Wait, where'd the knife go? It's like, Where the hell did you die from? You even in this fight? Should be about here. first one's no good. Second one's to run to. Third one's to run away from. This is then this. Charges here. Bun. Nicely done. Oh. That burned a lot of things, so I'm gonna have to check my goodie pile. Almost got a whole level out of it. How much metal? 500,000 metal. But I had to burn a lot of heals on that. For myself and others. Yay! I'll join on to that. Mints. If I'm playing clever, because I like this one, it has got the math in it, and it's supposed to just run around stabby. Classes you like, you'll pick up fairly quickly again. Just getting used to using this Sakuchi. Something to hit when there's a tank buster inbound. Oh yeah, all healers get Tsuna. Basically, a little CC here. Good for dealing with an ad. This is Surecast was one that was a really useful item early, but it's sort of fallen off with the ability to do plus cure 2 and 3, basically a white mage. It's free cure. Sweats nervously. Four. Missed what the actual thing was. Good job. Figured it out anyway. Multiples of 3. 3 plus 4 plus what? 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 2 is 6. Not looking at what my actual abilities are. Just trying to stay in the Goldilocks zone here where I can hit and ninja. I think that's enough of this for the night anyway. Yep. Think so? I do. I think it's time to crack all the stuff we got. So we just put on. Ooh. Got through a lot more levels faster than I was expecting. We put 3 on today. Holy. I was only given credit for that we were going to get 2, but our inventory's getting a little full of junk. So, let's just trade it all in. Okay. Any new notes? Nope, no new notes. Actually, with that many chests, I think we'll do this first. Oh, excellent. Phoenix. Yay! Ooh, and we got our plate bearer back. Yes, yes. Nice. And +1. Air. That's the one I'm looking for. Potion kits, ether kits, potion kits, re-razors. Nice. Awakening. 19 of those. The higher level ones. Nice. Great big hoary pile of them. Robe. 5 compassion. Hopefully they're all... Oh, 2 more lost secure 5s. That's not bad. Bloodsucker and Templars. Nice. No, no, we're not going to do that. I have not seen that on Dynamis Dice. That must have come from the saving the last one. I'd have to say so. Here we go. Aha! What a mission. Okay, I don't think I've got the lunar barding. No, I didn't. Pretty sure I got mud pie. I do. I have Densliff. Alright, so let's go sell the remainder of the, well, what we don't want here. Okay, Densliff doesn't sell for much. Neither does that. Neither does that. Neither does that. I know they're 8s, but they're not going to sell very well. 33 of them with that. I just sold a quick arm. Back. And the bow. No, where is it? That doesn't sell well either. You can have that. Yes. Well, we made money today. So we're going to take a moment. And we'll be right back after this non-messages because unfortunately my tea needs to escape. And I've got to make sure it's dealt with appropriately. So, we'll leave you with a little bit of... We'll be right back again. And let's all get back quickly. Oh, just look at that. Just in time to finish it all. Anyway, let's get back to game. Let's quickly zip to the mist. Zippy-doo. Now, got smacked a little bit early. We still haven't quite got the hang of our Sakochi. We will by the end of it. Right? What makes honestly, to be fairly honest, the Lance request was, good. All the quests were good. But if I have to point down the memorable moments, I can easily do that for the ninja, rogue. Fair enough. I'll sell mud pie for 600. How about that? There we go. If it doesn't sell for that, then yeah, no, she's got 19,000 already. Haha. You know what I'm going to do. I like to have, end of a gaming session, sort of a cooler, more cerebral thing. I know, it's a hell of a bag, isn't it? Well, when I finally get all my classes to 90 here and here, my first order of business will basically be getting a hold of some good gear for... I have to get some more dark matter. A stack of 99 will do well. Get some good gear for my retainers, make sure they're equipped appropriately for their level, which will most likely be a case of going in here. Oh, speaking of which, I've got blacksmith and armor I probably haven't done. Blacksmith. Sorry, armor, leather, weaver, coal, alchemist, gold. I gotta get this, which I'll do fairly short order. Nice. Please come in here and Mastercraft Recipes 9. This will be the 580 gear that I will be giving, Ooh, boy. No. Little too Roman for my thing. Display gear. It's not a bad shield, mind you. Lunar abdomen ores, alchemical charcoal. That's going to be a pain to get my hands on, isn't it? There's your level 90 goods. Ether sand, special raw materials, and stuff that's a pain in the capoots to get your hands on. But there's the tools, and so, yeah, no. Once I'm finished all these, I will make up a set of gathering gear. Like this. High-grade fishing pole. It's not unique. I can give it to my fisher, and vice versa. Give each one of them a good one. So they're all fully equipped. Some of these will be locked behind time things, so there we go. So the whole idea is once we get everything up and we get all the quests out of the road, let's have a look here. I do not know any of these ones. Alright, so third Dan, second Dan, this Dan, 16, 15, don't know. It's kind of the one I want to throw. But north I also want to throw. Hold the dragon. If I can get it on the 9, I will. 2, I'll go on as well. Okay, if I'm going with what East's doing, East must be very close to what they need. I have 1 throw, 2 throws, 3 throws. I have 2 possible cheese here, 3 possible cheese here. There we go, that should do it. I just need West to be polite. Possible character chi over here. Mm-hmm. I want to throw the 6. And if I get the 2 or this, I throw the 7 and wait on the 9. There's only 1 down, so that's that. Preferably, I get the 8 and I throw the 3 and wait on the 1. There we go. Waiting on the 1. Outside hand. Pair mix chi. Oh no, it's got green? I suppose not. There's 2 already down. 31 tiles, and I've just got to wait for a 1. Who's likely to throw it? It's outside hand, mixed double chi. Right? It's an outside hand with wind of the round. That's 2 Yaku. You will not throw almost all this. No characters thrown here. And there's my 1s. That's not terrible. Kind of upset I didn't get my hand, but you know, it happens. Don't need that. North wind is only 3 tiles on. I don't know. Okay, that came out of left field. One, two, three, four, pawn. Only 3 east tiles because the door is south, and that means it rotates round. Right? Be the random. End of round. Can't get pawn on that anymore, so might as well throw this. Trying to chi on things. Should spook them. I'm throwing circles and I've basically pawned only on circles. That'd be funny. 1, 2, 4. There we go. I've got my out. He's only throwing a few characters, not many bamboo, not many this. So, who knows what's working on over there. And Owie, West is building for evil. All honors terminals. All pawn, but not all terminals. Well, I'm not in last place anymore. Not that I was in last place to begin with. So close, so close. So 1 sumo, 1 ron. Told ya. You can do everything right and still get pooched. Good try for Tanyo. Up until that point. I'm looking for the 7 over here anyway, and I'm looking for an 8 over here anyway. I'm assuming I'm only going to have the dragons as a pair at this point. Yeah, there's my 3. Nine's the Dora. I will throw that, actually. Why? Because I'm 1 tile off of doing my favorite hand. 6 has already had 1 down. I just need a 1, 2, or 3 in my hand, and then I can go 7. 7 pair around. Yep. And I wish I kept the 9. Two East already down. It's going to start to bug her. What is he building? He needs 7. He needs 9. He needs... Right? Everything she's thrown's been paused. It's like, wait. There's been 3 things that have been paused here. Someone skipped over them. Pity. One or 2 would be ideal. I don't mind going Naughton on this one. The 3 would be the preferred throw, so that's why I want 1 or 2. One bamboo to win, and preferably Miku here throws it. She's been throwing, getting closer and closer. Nothing I can do about it. My Miku is she's the highest points. Nothing, no other reason than that. Oh, you're kidding me. Last tile? That just put me through the floorboards. Like I said, not much I could do with that one. Minus 45 points. There you go. Ranked down. Told you. Like I said, it's one of those games, if you get grumpy with it, like I said, once I went Ricci, there's no way I can change my hand any further. I had to throw that tile. Right? So, that's not a mistake on my thing. It's like, oh, you may not have gone Ricci. I might not have. But I did. So, was Ricci a mistake? Okay, then what would I have thrown at the end? Would I just break my hand or kept my hand? Thrown something else? Maybe I could have thrown the 2 and kept the 6, but you know. It's a hard thing to... You can say lots of things in post, but you can't say a lot of things when you're playing. Oh well. But that's enough of that for this. So, we are zippity back to chat chat. So, we're going to be ending about here. There's no... Well, I suppose I could still do a chocobo race. But this is a good enough place to end it. So, we're going to... Well, at least the game anyway. So, as per normal, this is the Thursday, I believe. Should be... Yes, it is. Oh, on a case of staying up just a little late last night, just to basically make sure everything got uploaded correctly to the tubes. And then it's like... once it goes past midnight, it starts getting harder to remember which day it is. Comes and goes. Still, not the most important thing to remember, except when the weekend comes. So we are, again, tomorrow, we'll be into Cyberpunk, back to Night City. We still have the Santo Domingo area to finish up its NCP alerts and its gigs. So we'll be racing around there to do that. If we max out Assault, we will basically try to get some handgun in there. Right, I will get a big, long, nasty revolver, slap the silencer on it, and we'll be using the revolver on top of things. Why? Because apparently you can put the silencer on the revolver. Last I used it, which was pre-patch 1.5. I don't see why they would change that. They might. And if they do, that's okay, because we're just looking for something that does a high amount of damage to do a single headshot, bang type thing. And the handguns definitely have more damage per bullet than the rifles. We'll keep the standard assault rifle. We'll keep the standard sniper rifle. But that will allow us to get some extra levels there. Extra perk points and other goodies. So, and we'll continue to push our quick hacking, because quick hacks allow us to basically build primarily... They're non-combat, so they're complementary to what we're doing. That'll allow us to get some more, yes, it helps the quick hacks build up more, and same with the breach, but it gives us a whole bunch of perk points which we can spend elsewhere. We do get the 20. We will be basically looking at some Tabla Rosa eventually once we hit max level. Basically a respec of character as needed. And well, that'll be that. But, of course, you know what this means. It's time to go. That's right. So, we're going to be out of here. As I said, tune in tomorrow for Cyberpunk action out in Night City. We'll be back with more Final Fantasy come Monday, Saturday's continuation of the Cyberpunk. But if you like what we're up to, you like this, and we like the commentary, hey, throw us a follow. We'll give you a note to let you know when we're next on. Other than that, we'll be on at the same time every time, Monday through Saturday at 7:30 Mountain Standard, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern Time. And I've been Thalen Darkfire, and I'm out. Laters!